Hey guys, this week's special guest is none other than our main man, Anders Hiller.
And we'll be talking about drumming, forgotten 90s alternative music, and our passion for movie references.
Collab, a hodgepodge of randomness.
Well, hey, good afternoon, old buddy, old pal, old chum, old friend of mine, Mr. Adam. Whoa!
What is that? Hi, Chester.
I don't know.
Obviously, you're in a good mood. That's good, though. I like to hear that.
Well, we just had Burgerville, and you know how I do.
Oh, man, it was good. I got this new burger they had, bacon, blue cheese, and mushrooms, and it was like my jam. I loved it.
That sounds delicious.
It was so good. Like, I was like, maybe it'll just be whatever. Because, like, you know, sometimes people, they just, like, throw that gimmick burger. It wasn't gimmicky at all. It was good. I liked it.
I went with the old faithful Tillamook cheese.
You could never do wrong with a Tillamook.
Tillamook. Yeah. We spent 2 years in Canada. You know what you can't get in Canada?
Burgerville.
Or Tillamook cheese.
Or Mexican food.
No, we got Mexican food.
Yeah, but we had to drive a ways to get it.
We did. We found it. It was next to that laundromat.
I almost got stabbed, too. Like, it was a trip and a half.
That old Nana was like... And I was like, I just here for burritos.
Yeah, good old Canada.
But they have Mexican food as long as you're willing to not be safe.
Yeah.
Which is consequently most Mexican food. The best Mexican food.
Yeah, the more dangerous, the better.
Right. Anywho, this is a good day, man. We're doing Collab one more time. I love it.
I know I say it every single week, but I'm excited about this one. Like, not that I'm not excited about the other ones, but like I'm pumped.
I feel you. It's like every time I go to like a theme park or whatever, even if I've been there before, I am still excited for it because it's always something new.
That's true.
It's never the same person. There's
That's
always
true.
new
Everyone's
people.
very different, and I love just hanging out with these people.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Anyway, today is a super special day. I agree with you. We are interviewing an amazing guy. He is fantastic. I've been waiting for this for a while. We are interviewing the one and the only Mr. Anders Hiller.
Woo!
Welcome, Mr. Anders Hiller. You can say hi to those people.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Adam and Chester on Collab Youth.
Are you trying to steal our job right now?
So silky smooth. Oh my gosh, that voice is like made for radio.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yep, I'm losing my job.
I need a new co-host.
All right, you guys. Next week it'll be Collab with Anders Hiller, and that's it.
That's awesome. Anyway, I'm so glad that you're here, Anders. Oh my goodness, we had fun over the summer, right?
It was great.
I saw you a lot. We went to Spokane and camp.
Yeah.
And then you were like at almost every Wednesday or church event thing that we had. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I got to see you a ton, which is cool because that's what I wanted. I wanted to get to know a lot of the youth, and then getting to know you was like, oh my gosh. I remember I was talking to Adam about you. I was like, you've got to get to know Anders. He's super cool.
Oh yeah, I had been hearing about you for months while I was still in Canada. He was like, there's this new guy, he's awesome. Like, he's mine. Like, he literally had claimed it. He's mine. And there's no one has taken him. I was like, all right, this kid must be super cool. Awesome. Fine by me. But,
no, I love it because the first time I met you, you were actually drumming.
That's right. Yeah.
And you were just starting, so you didn't sound anywhere near as good as you do now. It was just the real clink. And I was like, yes. The beginnings of an amazing drummer. Yeah. And now you're actually really good. You haven't played in a while. We gotta have you.
No, I haven't. Meg actually set me up for like next week or two or something on drums.
Yes.
So I'll be doing it again.
Woo!
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
I love it when someone else is drumming and I don't have to. It's good. I was here at the church the other night, and I was playing on the kit, and I just had some music going on, and my timing is so bad right now. It was embarrassing because it's just slightly on the end of the beat, and I always like coming in like just either right before or right on. And never at the end, because then it just throws everything off. And then I have people like Adam, like bassists, just like, dude, what are you doing, man? Yeah.
Get it together.
You're like, I don't really want that happening. But that's awesome, man. We've transitioned through summer, and like we're in the fall now. It's beautiful outside. All the leaves are changing colors.
Pumpkin spice
yeah. latte
is back on the menu.
Oh.
So
You know how I love a pumpkin spice
Yep.
latte.
white girls unite. You throw. Chester, you are not a white girl. As much as you think you
I'll
are.
put my hand down. That's awesome. Do you like? What do you? Are you on about the fall? Are you a fall kind
Oh
of guy?
yeah, I love the fall. I love jacket weather. I've got some more jackets and coats and sweaters, so I'll get to wear them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like old friends, right? Oh, hello, old friend. We'll put you on. It's like a warm hug.
I've been loving sweaters these past couple days. Like I love a good sweater, and I'm like, summer's gone, sweater's on, and I'm all about it.
I love it. You look good at jackets, man. You're really tall. So I love tall people in jackets always look much better. If I put on a jacket, it looks like I'm like wearing like my dad's jacket. But like you look great at them. Do you have longer jackets too?
I have a trench coat.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm going to be wearing it this winter.
Please.
Really excited about it.
Please.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have a I'm just way too short.
Just a dress.
Yep, it looks awful.
Yeah.
But like,
Nice.
what's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, flipping the collar up.
Right?
Yes.
And his trench coat and it flaps. You know what I mean? He looks
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
Philip Moulton, he goes to our church and he looks like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yep.
All I want to do is put him in a trench coat and just walk him into the world, solve crimes, and be good looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super jealous over trench coaty things. Are you a pumpkin spice guy?
I haven't really experienced too much of pumpkin spice.
You don't need it.
actually.
Pass.
What?
Not too much. I'm sorry, Chess. I'm just.
It's like biblical. It's
No. Chester, you're the barista. Is there actually any coffee in there? I'm pretty sure it's just sugar milk.
yeah, there's no coffee in it. It is just sugar milk. But it's the
Gross.
best sugar milk.
They are good though, but
Oh my goodness gracious.
pass on my end.
Anywho, fall also means a new school year, and that's
Indeed.
you've
Oh,
been in
yeah.
there. So how's that been so far? How's your new school year?
It's been all right. Yeah. I've gotten to meet my new teachers. Kind of excited about a few of them. Kind of iffy on some of the others. Like my AP World Themes teacher. He seems like he's really into it, and like he's traveled a lot too. So he's been to places. He's been to like cultural places. I just think that's really cool. So he's really into what he teaches.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really great thing for a teacher to have, you know.
No, definitely. I love teachers that are like well versed in life because then it like bleeds into
Oh yeah.
like their
Yeah, yeah.
I was almost at sermons, but lessons.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Let's not pretend teachers preach. They preach.
They
they
really
get
do.
on their soapbox, and it's good. A lot of times, it's really good. But you were mentioning iffy teachers, and some of my favorite. And I don't know how you feel, but I've had teachers like that too. Where like that guy is gonna be a jerk, but then by the end of the year, you're like, I love Mr. Thompson.
Oh.
Yeah, like he is a jerk, but he's the best,
Best
kind
kind,
of jerk.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that's what probably gonna end up happening for you this year. Like you,
Yeah.
rocky
yeah.
beginnings. Have you ever had a friend like that where like in the beginning, both of you guys are just like, I hate your face, but then like after like your initial fight or whatever, like nah, I love you.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of. That's basically how it went with my siblings.
They're born. You're just, I hate your face. You're done. No. No, I definitely get that because you have an abnormal family. You don't have like siblings like one or two. You have like 50.
Well, I mean 10, but feels that way sometimes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's larger than my entire family.
That's larger than my whole family. Yeah. I have to start pulling people from the woodwork to start getting that number. Yeah.
That's
Oh my
incredible.
gosh. How's that like, by the way? You're the fourth oldest?
I don't know.
You're just like, I'm up there somewhere.
I just live there, you know.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it by each day.
No, that's awesome. But you're one of the oldest members in that household.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, and kind of there's got to be kind of a bit of a pressure there, right? You got to be a big brother, not to like one sibling, but to
Yeah, but it's like all of them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And there's only so much of you. You can't just like give out everything all the time. You got to do homework and see your friends. And...
Yeah, schedule and then get back home and try and hang out with siblings a little bit, but then a lot of times I kind of seclude myself in my room.
Like every teenager. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, don't worry about it. We all do that. No, I definitely get that. No, I think your family is super cool. It's easily one of my favorite aspects about not only our church, but also about the youth group, because it, like, oh my gosh, man. I preach it every Wednesday in some form or fashion. I love family for many different reasons, but it's so cool to see your family that is, like, you're all so different from one another, and you're all in different places in your life, and it's very real. Like, there's struggles, and there's victories, and there's sad moments, and there's happy moments, just like every family. But because you're so big, it's just like all of the time, right? And it's super cool to watch that dynamic work. And like, all I want to do is just like love the Hillers and love you guys and that kind of thing. Actually, your sister like messaged me this morning. And like my reply back to her was like, we love you guys so much. Like, I don't know how to express this enough. Like, we just want to support you and make sure you guys are great and awesome. But to someone like me, where like I want to work in like the fields where you just work with lots of youth, like my home, like my vision, my dream is to own like a boys group home and to have like 30 young men like live in one house together, and like all these counselors and everyone's working with them. And so to me it's like, oh, that's so cool, because this is like the Hiller family, but like times like 30 or whatever, you know what I mean? So to me, like, oh man, I want to just like hang out with them all the time. That kind of thing. Anywho, but that makes you a really interesting person too, because you're often like, I love watching you in the youth group. You just hang out and talk to almost anybody. Like, do you have like social boundaries where you're, or can you just meet somebody instantly to strike up a conversation?
Not really. I'm not too much of an outgoing person myself. I don't really think of myself like that. But, you know, just hanging out, and just youth group is kind of like another family.
Just an extension.
Yeah. Just like the Snyders are like close family friends, you know? Yeah. It's basically the youth group.
Cool. Maybe I've only ever seen you in your family atmosphere. We'll have to take you outside of that. Oh, we want to do that college trip down to LBC. Or maybe we go up to PLBC? I don't know. We'll have to take you to like a college trip. We want to do one.
It's shorter if we go to Canada.
It is shorter.
So,
Canada.
Also, we have way better connections in Canada.
We do. We have to get you a passport, which you should have one anyways.
My passport is a little old. It's a photo of me in blankets because I'm a baby in that photo. So
subjective, little old.
You can get a baby passport?
Yeah.
Aww,
you should bring that in.
Well, when I was visiting my cousins back in Canada, I had to use that passport.
Oh, yeah.
And so they had to explain to the people, no, it's not a baby, it's a 15-year-old. So,
right.
Yeah, we had to bring some extra paperwork for that. But
yeah, I would assume so.
It works.
Well, since you already have a passport, it should be real easy for you to get the next one. Let's see that. Anders,
just
Christmas gift from Alex Chester. Yeah, passport. That'd be good.
Sweet.
Yeah, everyone needs one.
I love trips to Canada.
So do we.
Yeah.
We go all the time. Yeah. By the time this airs, I'm probably actually in
Gonna
Canada.
be in
Yeah. That's awesome. Anyway, we love having you a part of this family. I love your family.
Yeah.
But as all family members, we'll have like chores and things that we do. And our youth group, our family collab, you have a chore. You do drums.
I do drums.
I almost said you do machines.
You do machines.
Right, no. You do drums. You're an avid drummer, and you're hanging out and practicing with us and doing all that jazz. And I love that. But you also do something else other people might not know. You're on a team, a select team. Wait.
Do we give it away now?
Yes.
Yeah. You can give it away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you on?
I am on the youth group Red Team.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is the Red Team?
The red team is a special team of
Special
youth.
Forces training.
I feel like this is way too secretive. Yeah,
I know.
no.
Red is the student leadership team. We actually just kicked off last week, and it's a sweet team. I have such a great group of guys and gals, and so I guess we're not really up to too much since I just started last week. So I'm sure even for you guys, it's like, yeah, I don't know what we're doing, but I got a lot of good stuff planned, and we're gonna build you guys into incredibly great leaders for Christ. So I'm super excited to have you on the team. Really, I was like, I might just have a team of all girls. So here we go. And so we actually have a good group of guys as well. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm stoked that you're on it. What did you guys do last week?
Last week was just kind of roles and responsibilities,
Set up,
and this is kind of what it's going to look
the
like,
breakdown.
and then a little bit of my own personal philosophy of what
like
leadership is about.
Very
So
cool. How do you feel about greeting?
Greeting?
Yeah.
I feel okay with it.
Cool. We're putting you on greeting this week.
Well, I was greeting this morning.
Were you? Oh, were you one of the?
Yeah.
You're one of the
I
new
was-
church greeters.
Yes.
Ah, I was late. I had to go do an errand for pastor.
That's right.
It actually
what
felt
we need.
really nice. I felt so welcomed. Coming in, I was like, who are all these young guys just shaking my hands? I feel good about being here. I like it.
Are we not young anymore?
No, we're still young, but normally the greeter we do
younger.
have are a little bit older.
Dave Trumbauer, I love your face. Don't listen to Adam. You keep doing you.
I
boo.
love Dave Trumbauer.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Maybe it was different.
I'm just sure he enjoyed the break though, right? He was probably somewhere in the back, sipping on a pina colada.
I'm pretty sure he was in the parking lot meeting people at their cars. He was like, "Oh, they're gonna take my door. I'll meet the people at their cars."
That's awesome. I'm so glad you did that. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry I missed that.
No, it's fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we're here to get to know Anders a little bit more.
We actually talked about music. I want to talk about music more. Who inspires you? What made you a drummer? How did that happen?
Okay. Well, how I kind of became a drummer, I guess. My dad got me started on a piccolo snare drum, and we were living in apartments, so people probably hated me at the time, I guess. But then I got a full drum kit last year, and then I started practicing on that, And the music I listen to typically is music people don't really listen to often or have no idea about. So it's kind of like a 90s alternative Christian rock band, I guess, called The Choir.
The Choir. I like that.
That is very 90s.
Yeah.
The Choir. I love
Yeah.
it. Are they all facing different directions on the cover?
Looking to a waterfall or something.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Actually on one of their albums they kind of are.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, but I really like their music because it has some really cool, just drumming. The drummer's really cool, and I just love it. And I really like their music. Not
Yeah.
too many people know about them, but it's kind of my thing, I guess. Then
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you just let your secret go on Collab and everyone's the choir's gonna get a big check in the mail. We got sales.
What happened? Who's listening to our stuff again?
No. That's awesome. No, I love looking up for new music, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out.
yeah,
And then I think you and I have similar tastes. We were just talking about drummers the other day, actually it was a couple months ago, not the
Yeah.
other day. But we both love drumming, so I'll have to definitely check it out if you're digging on those beats. Pretty sick. I like it.
yeah.
Are you a fan of Animal from the Muppets?
That's your favorite drummer?
Yeah.
I like Animal. What? He's a good drummer.
He is an animal. That's
Yeah.
sweet. Tears up
He's
the
a sweet
drums.
drummer. People that actually don't realize he's actually a good drummer.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to be a Muppet and be a drummer?
It's pretty hard.
It's as hard being a Muppet. Don't even.
Muppet or a man?
Oh, that's my jam. Yeah, I could soprano that all day. My mama. Oh, that's I think is all I'm about to sing. We don't have copyrights for that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You should watch more movies, Adam. We'll get you there. Yeah.
Yes. We need more people.
Apparently I'm just not
knowing
watching the right movies.
there's not enough people that know enough
We've
movies.
got to get those movie references out there.
Right? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
The
I
two
mean-
of you just sit around and just talk about movies, like, and I never know what you're talking about.
This is what Anders does. Anders brings out my old soul, right? When I'm with youth, I'm like having to be like young and thriving. And then when I'm with Anders, like, oh, I get to be like the real Chester, just the like super chill old man Chester. Secretly, I've been 93 since I was like 12. Like a good cardigan, that's where I'm. Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah.
Got to get those comfy, like, laid back chairs, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like to say orthopedics. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Anders, you're fantastic. So, what are you looking at for this year? Like, what's the thing you're looking forward to most right now?
Like the school year or just the year in general?
Just year in general, man. Like,
general, why
you gotta, you got like a thing you're shooting for. Like, I think this year, Adam and I, we're trying really hard to get the youth room kind of decked out, looking pretty awesome. And then I really want to go to Canada and spend like a week up there and not like do anything, but just the stuff that I want. Like, no business, no
Yeah.
nothing, just do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to doing anything in particular?
Well, I mean, I'm getting more involved in the church and the youth, kind of.
Yeah, you
a
are.
bit, And I want to get more practice in my drumming. Like, I was taking lessons at one point, but then I stopped. You know, I want to get more involved and better at that. Because also, I've gotten a pair of sweet bongos from Jason Snyder.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Oh.
really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I've been like doing that.
Have
for
you
the
ever played
past
bongos
couple
before?
weeks. Not like with people, but just like kind of by myself.
Yeah. It's different, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because cajon and then even djembe are different from one another, but they're close
yeah.
enough where that same hand motion is. But bongos, it's two drums.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Yeah, that's sick. I didn't even know that you were into that. Do you have like a stand for them, or you just put them like between your?
I just
your
put them
knees?
on my legs and just bongo it out. I
Bongo it
guess.
out?
Yes.
There's no other way to do it. You
Yeah.
just bongo it
Just
out.
Bongos.
Dude, that's awesome. We should have you play for like winter camp because that's like the perfect time, right? Small groups,
Really?
just chilling in circles.
Yeah.
I love it. And then you could throw them like, you could literally carry them with you. Wherever. They're so tiny, right?
I know.
Like a cajon, like is
Yeah.
massive. Bongos, you literally just put in like a satchel or something.
Backpack.
Yeah.
Bring to school.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do.
yeah, definitely. Sit down in your world history class.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think about eras. My favorite era is the bongo era. No, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, maybe learn. Maybe save that for class.
No, I love
Alright.
it. But we'll have to definitely bring you in for youth group. We're changing up musically too because we've got
We are.
cello with Holly coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
super
really
stoked.
excited about that.
So we got Holly on cello, and then we got Natalie on violins coming
Yeah.
up.
Cool.
She plays flute too.
Yeah,
Like, I've never even seen a worship team with flute before, but we could make it happen.
we're gonna be it.
Yes.
Yes.
This is what we need to do. Get
Yes.
as many instruments as possible.
I feel it.
Just do a band.
I'm ready for the
Yeah.
xylophone. I'm just gonna be in it to win it.
I'm just waiting for like a gospel choir to start walking in. Just like a youth gospel choir comes into our church randomly, and I'm like, "Put them on! They're on the worship team."
That would make my heart sing. Oh my gosh! You know, Dietrich Bonhoeffer would be like, "Yes."
Yeah. But who doesn't want one, right?
Other people that don't want one, I guess.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
gospel choirs make everything better.
They do. That's what Kanye West says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Kanye West says it, it has to be true. Beyonce's album was one of the greatest ever.
it's you can't deny
yeah.
it. Yeah, it's
the
true.
queen bee.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Anders, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're adding like that spin on things. I can't wait for you to have like, bongos in
yeah.
youth group. That's gonna be a funky night.
Yep.
Be a fun night.
Yeah, it'll be a fun night for sure. Oh, and ukulele is like
Yeah.
predominant.
We have like
now.
8 ukulele players. Like, who has that? No one else. But we do.
Yeah,
Like,
I love it. Or our theme song is a ukulele, so
Yeah.
it totally fits
Yeah.
super well. That sounds weird that we have a theme song, but anywho, yeah, it works. I think it works. I'm loving that. Anywho, so talk to us about like what you're doing. Like, I like the idea that you're a sophomore this year, which is this is kind of like your last year in high school, right?
Yeah.
And then you have future plans for college, early college.
Early college. Well, I mean, junior and senior year, they're going to be my years for doing running start. So I
Right.
want to get that because it's really nice just getting 2 years doing college, and you don't have to worry about having to fit more time in later on for that.
Right.
So I want to do that and then move on to a college. I haven't looked at any yet. I should, but
You'll get there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, eventually you get there.
So, those of you guys that don't know, in Vancouver, we have this really cool program called Running Start, and it works through a local community college called Clark College. It's one of the highest rated Clark colleges, one of the highest community colleges, thank you, in the nation. People come from all over the world to go to this college. It's beautiful. And they support our high schoolers by creating a program so juniors and seniors can go, like Anders, and get a free college education while they're still in high school, which means you can potentially graduate with your associate's degree
oh yeah, I know.
with no charge, no
Yeah.
debt, right?
Yeah.
And you jump straight into your bachelor's program at
Yeah.
a college elsewhere. That's super cool. I think
Yeah.
people like you get it, like how amazing that sets you up for your life and how you can just really just jump into straight at what you want to do.
yeah.
There's something about college too I think you're gonna really dig. It just like challenges the way that you think and really challenges your personality, and you really have to like struggle through that. And then in the end you end up finding like this person like, I can do amazing things, or like I can stay up until 3 o'clock because I didn't do my homework and
I
now I have
didn't
to
know
finish
I had
this
the
10-page
ability to
paper.
do that.
But I think your junior and senior years are gonna look awesome because of that. But you got to get through your sophomore year first.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool because you're at Skyview. That's like, it's a pretty sick school. I love it.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of things going on. Are you thinking about doing spring sports? I know you're recovering. Right now.
Yeah. I'm still getting over some knee issues. Really annoying. But yeah, I want to do track again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to keep doing that. I'm not really getting involved in any clubs, but that's kind of because of my own personal schedule.
Right. You got a lot
Today,
going on.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things. So, yeah, I'm just going to do spring sports and,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love that you run. There's so many runners that go to this church, and so there's like a common thing of just like loving that activity, which is so like
Yeah.
simple, but it,
Yeah.
like, it thrills us. Like Adam, you're a track runner, and I'm much more of a long distance endurance runner, which is kind of do you run to impress people? Do you do this?
Oh,
You-
I don't try to impress people.
oh, you're so much better than me.
And me.
When there's like people on the streets or something that are running, I'll like tip of the toe kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like running like a Kenyan, like, oh, what are you sweating over there? Oh, sad thing. But then like a quarter mile later, I'm like, oh, my lungs. Oh no, I'm glad that you don't do that. That's probably pretty good. I don't think I want to run next to you though. You're so tall. Your strides like
Yeah.
gosh. What were you running in track? What's your
It was long distance running, so
Of course it
typically
was.
I was doing like the 2 mile.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's-
so I try and just keep my mind off the fact that I'm doing 8 laps.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
not easy to do.
Yeah.
I try to fit that much in like a week. Like a week's worth of running. It was like hopefully 2 miles.
Do you have your little pedometer from you to the fridge? Like,
Yeah.
2 miles. Got it.
Back and forth.
Oh
Yeah. But like I'll try and like keep lyrics in my head, and that'll be like kind of my motivation.
Oh, that's
for
cool.
that. Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. That's how you like zone in and just kind of hunker through it all.
Yeah, like on one of my meets, there's this one Rich Mullins song that came to mind. It was called Screen Door, and it was just a really catchy tune, and I really liked the song. And so I was just like putting that through my head, was like, and like going to the beat of that kind of, and just upping my pace or just
Yeah.
kind of keeping it. So yeah, it helps me.
Yeah. I mean, I do this a little bit of the same thing. Like, I have a certain playlist that I listen to when I run, and then so occasionally, like, I just won't have headphones, and I'll be running, and I'll just start singing those songs from the playlist, and they're just already there. So yeah,
But yeah,
I totally
it really
get that.
does help to keep the mind off, you going
Yeah.
through a lot of physical pain,
Yeah.
running a long distance. Yeah.
Talking about things that run through your mind and listening and that stuff. Before we were doing the podcast, you were telling us that you used to listen to or were read to also like Chronicles of Narnia to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of C.S. Lewis. So talk to us about Narnia. Like, have you seen these movies? Have you read these books? Have you heard these things?
I was read the Chronicles of Narnia by my dad when I was little, and I still remember them. Not like detailed, but I remember them, and I really just loved them. From like Magician's Nephew to The Last Battle, just loved them. Really sad that they stopped making the movies, though.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I mean, they can't do it anymore,
Right.
Because
The kids are too old.
they're too old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the plan, though, is that they're going to do The Magician's Nephew is the next film. So they don't need any of the kids to do that.
Except there was the one when Eustace came back and Lucy was still in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what that one is.
The Silver Chair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Silverchair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and in The Last Battle, there's a scene when they're all, like, young again.
Yeah.
Don't know how they're going to incorporate that.
You know, movies are getting pretty good. I'm sure you could CGI someone younger.
I mean, they did have a talking, swashbuckling mouse in those films. He looked pretty good. So, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
And they could do this. You've seen the Tron movies.
I was just going to say that with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. Yeah, when they made him younger by all the,
CGI makeup.
Yeah. And I thought that was, like, really cool.
It was.
When they did that.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
Your eyes are like, that's not a real person, but you're like, I'm pretty sure that's a real person.
Yeah.
And they cleaned it up. They're even getting better with that stuff now. So I'm
that
sure
movie
they
came
could
out
actually
long
make it look even better and really good.
Definitely go.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope that you keep reading on C.S. Lewis. I wanted to bring that up. He's like a man after my own heart. And I think that he's like perfect for all people. Like he's the original to me, he's the original Tumblr user. Like he's all about like these long rants and he's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Hank Green, he thinks he's C.S. Lewis.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. No. I love you, Hank Green. Yeah. Anywho. Anders, thank you so much for being here with us today. We went through like a jumbled of... This is like the most jumbly hodgepodge of randomness I think we've ever done before.
And it's only going to get weirder because we got to ask you what your favorite sandwich is before we go.
Oh, man. Sandwiches.
You're at Subway. What are you getting?
Subway. Oh, man. Okay, wait.
I think we have to take Anders to go to Subway.
It's been a long time.
We'll find a favorite sandwich. I'm sure
Alright,
Subway
so-
could make it.
Usually I would do like the Italian bread or the seasoned bread.
Yeah,
But something with like turkey. A lot of people are against lettuce. I don't know why.
I do a light lettuce. I don't like
I like lettuce. I'm not a lettuce
lettuce.
hater.
Come on.
Yeah.
It goes on sandwiches.
It does.
Yeah. But then I also like spice it up with like jalapenos and stuff like that.
Oh, you live on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just likes a hodgepodge sandwich.
Yeah.
Like
Coblab
it.
sandwich?
Coblab sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Get it at your nearest Subway. Coming soon.
Anywho, Anders, thank you so much for being with us today. We're going to just close out. We'll keep you. See you. We're going to see you next week.
I don't even know what you want.
We're going to see you guys next week on Coblab. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.